Sometimes Valentine's Day celebrations are small and quiet. A couple may exchange gifts, share dinner, or spend time away from the spotlight. Other times, the celebration feels much larger than a simple holiday moment. It becomes something that sends a message, especially when the people involved are well known and constantly watched by the public. The recent Valentine's display involving Claressa and Papoose clearly fell into that second category. It was not modest or hidden. It was grand, carefully prepared, and impossible to ignore. Roses covered the room, candles created a warm glow, and every detail looked planned with care. The scene looked less like a casual romantic evening, and more like a moment designed to show unity, strength, and confidence. At first, many people focused on how beautiful everything looked. Social media users talked about the decorations, the lighting, and the romantic feeling of the setup. Videos and photos spread quickly online, with many people saying the celebration looked like something from a movie. Yet the bigger conversation was not really about flowers or candles. Instead, people began asking questions about the timing. Why make such a large public display right now? What was the meaning behind it? And what does this moment say about where their relationship currently stands? To understand why people are reading so much into the celebration, it is important to recognize how public relationships work. When two ordinary people celebrate Valentine's Day, their moment usually stays private. When two public figures do the same thing, every detail becomes part of a larger story. A simple photo can create headlines. A short video can spark debates. Even a small comment can lead to long discussions online. Because of this, every public appearance often feels symbolic, whether the couple intends it that way or not. This particular Valentine's celebration seemed to communicate stability. It gave the impression of a couple standing firmly together despite public attention, rumors, or outside opinions. In celebrity culture, visual storytelling matters greatly. People do not always remember interviews, but they remember images. A confident smile, relaxed body language, or a warm embrace can shape how millions of people interpret a relationship. Pictures often become stronger statements than spoken words. During the celebration, Claressa appeared calm, expressive, and fully present in the moment. Her posture looked relaxed, and her facial expression suggested genuine happiness. She did not seem tense or guarded. Instead, she leaned into the experience with openness, showing comfort and emotional ease. That kind of visible comfort is important, especially for someone who lives under constant public observation. When people see an athlete who is often known for toughness showing softer emotions, it creates a different kind of connection with the audience. Papoose presented a different but complementary energy. His presence appeared steady and composed rather than dramatic. He did not appear overly performative or exaggerated. His calm demeanor created a balance with Claressa's expressive warmth. In many relationships, partners naturally balance each other in this way. One may show emotion more openly, while the other provides stability and quiet reassurance. When those roles work well together, the relationship often appears grounded and harmonious. The timing of the celebration added another interesting layer. Claressa is preparing for another major fight, and athletes approaching important competitions usually enter intense training periods. During these times, fighters often focus deeply on discipline, preparation, and mental readiness. Their schedules become strict, their routines repetitive, and their focus sharp. Because of this, the public is used to seeing fighters appear serious and isolated before major matches. Yet this Valentine's moment showed warmth, emotional connection, and visible relaxation. This does not mean she is less focused on her career. In fact, emotional stability can often improve performance. Athletes who feel supported in their personal lives often compete with greater confidence. When someone feels secure outside the ring, their mind is freer to concentrate fully on competition. Psychological studies frequently show that emotional balance can reduce stress and improve decision-making under pressure. From that perspective, the celebration might even suggest that Claressa is entering her next fight with a clear and steady mindset. Public perception also plays an important role in sports. Fans and commentators do not only analyze physical ability, they also evaluate mental readiness. When an athlete appears distracted or emotionally unsettled, people begin to question their preparation. When an athlete appears calm, supported, and confident, the narrative shifts toward readiness and strength. This Valentine's celebration may have quietly reinforced the idea that Claressa is mentally prepared for her next challenge. Public relationships exist under constant observation. Every appearance, post, and interview becomes material for analysis. Because of this, some couples choose to show their connection openly as a way of shaping the narrative around them. When the public sees visible affection and unity, speculation often decreases. Displays of support can reassure both the audience and the partners themselves that the relationship is strong. Of course, a grand celebration does not mean the moment is artificial. Large gestures can still be sincere expressions of love. But in the public eye, gestures often serve several purposes at once. They express emotion, send symbolic messages, and influence how people interpret the relationship. A major Valentine's celebration can simply be a romantic evening, yet at the same time it can communicate stability and long-term commitment. Another aspect worth considering is Claressa's current stage in life. She is not only managing a relationship, but also continuing to build a historic career in professional boxing. She has already achieved remarkable milestones, and each upcoming fight adds another chapter to her legacy. Balancing personal happiness with competitive ambition is never easy. Boxing demands aggression, discipline, and relentless focus, while relationships require patience, vulnerability, and emotional openness. Maintaining both identities at once requires strong emotional control. Observers have noticed that her public tone in recent months seems calmer and more centered. She speaks more often about partnership, respect, and shared growth. Comments about deserving each other or building something together suggest a mindset focused on long-term stability rather than temporary excitement. When these statements are paired with a highly visible Valentine's celebration, the message appears consistent. This relationship is something she values deeply. Still, an interesting question remains. Does such a large display signal a relationship that is already fully secure, or one that is becoming stronger under pressure? Sometimes couples celebrate publicly because they are genuinely happy and want to share their joy. Other times, they emphasize unity because they understand that outside attention can create stress. Both possibilities can exist at the same time. Public love often includes both genuine emotion and awareness of how things will be perceived. Athletes live under intense pressure that most people never experience. Performance affects reputation, financial opportunities, and long-term legacy. Emotional distractions can influence focus, which is why stability before major competitions becomes extremely valuable. Seeing Claressa appear emotionally relaxed and supported suggests that her personal environment may currently feel balanced, something many fans interpret as a positive sign for her upcoming fight. Public displays of affection can also change how audiences view a person. When someone is frequently surrounded by controversy or conflict, the public may begin to see them as unpredictable. Visible support from a partner can shift that image, presenting a sense of grounding and consistency. Stability, whether symbolic or real, shapes how people interpret future actions and decisions. The celebration also demonstrated awareness of the audience. Public couples understand that millions of people watch their lives unfold. Carefully shared moments do not automatically mean something is fake. Instead, they often show that the individuals recognize the power of visual storytelling. In modern celebrity culture, a short video or photo can communicate more than a long interview ever could. A romantic scene can send a clear message without a single spoken word. Another interesting observation involves body language. When someone feels uncertain in a relationship, their behavior often becomes tense or guarded. When someone feels secure, their expressions soften, and their posture relaxes. In the Valentine's footage, Claressa appeared comfortable, smiling easily and leaning into the moment. That kind of body language usually suggests emotional ease and confidence. However, public celebrations also come with risks. When a relationship is displayed so visibly, any future change becomes more noticeable. If circumstances shift later, the contrast between past romantic images and new developments can become part of public discussion. Because of this, couples who share large public moments usually do so because they feel confident in their relationship at that time. Another important factor is the connection between emotional support and athletic performance. Many athletes perform better when they feel emotionally steady. Confidence outside the ring often leads to confidence inside it. When personal life feels chaotic, focus can suffer. This is why some observers interpret the Valentine's celebration as a sign that Claressa is entering her next fight with a clear and centered mindset. Public reactions to the celebration have been mixed, which is normal for any high-profile relationship. Some people see the moment simply as romance, a couple enjoying Valentine's Day together. Others view it as a symbolic statement timed before an important career event. Both views can exist at the same time. Love and awareness of public perception are not opposites. A person can genuinely feel happy, while also understanding that their actions will be widely discussed. What remains clear is that the celebration captured attention not only because it was romantic, but also because it occurred at a meaningful time. Major fights, career milestones, and relationship visibility often intersect, creating moments that feel larger than ordinary celebrations. When the public is already watching closely, even a holiday dinner can carry additional meaning. Looking ahead, the true test of emotional stability will come during the pressures that follow. High-stakes competitions, intense training schedules, and constant commentary reveal how grounded someone truly feels. If Claressa enters the ring confident and performs strongly, many observers will interpret this period as one of emotional balance. If challenges appear, discussions about distraction or pressure will likely return. Public narratives often shift quickly depending on results. For now, the Valentine's celebration stands as a snapshot of a specific moment, one showing affection, unity, and visible partnership. Whether it represents a long-term turning point or simply a beautiful evening will become clearer over time. Relationships, like careers, move through different seasons. Some seasons are quiet, some are challenging, and others are filled with public attention. In a broader sense, the situation highlights how modern celebrity relationships function. Romance today is not only private emotion, it is also part of public storytelling. Couples share moments intentionally, knowing that audiences will interpret them in different ways. Supporters will see love, critics may see strategy, observers will analyze timing, symbolism, and body language. All of these reactions become part of the ongoing narrative surrounding the relationship. Ultimately, the Valentine's celebration involving Claressa Shields and Papoose seemed to communicate a simple message. In that moment, they wanted to show togetherness, calmness, and shared happiness. Whether people view the display as pure romance, strategic visibility, or a mixture of both depends on individual perspective. Yet the emotional tone of the moment, warm, relaxed, and confident, suggested that they were presenting themselves as partners standing firmly side by side. As Claressa moves closer to her next major fight, public attention will naturally return to her performance. Still, moments like this remind audiences that athletes are not only competitors, they are also individuals managing relationships, expectations, and personal growth while living under constant visibility. Balancing those worlds is challenging, and strong support systems often play an important role in how confidently someone steps into their next challenge. Whether this Valentine's celebration eventually becomes remembered as a meaningful turning point or simply a memorable romantic evening, it demonstrates something powerful. When love, timing, and public attention intersect, even a single holiday celebration can become part of a much larger story, one that people continue discussing long after the candles have burned out and the roses have faded.